The first thing we're going to do, we're going to get started, kick things off by making zucchini fritters. So what I have, zucchini and yellow summer squash here. To that, we're going to add a couple of farm fresh eggs. Yeah. Just going to mix those in here. And then to this batter, we're going to add a little bit of flour, just all-purpose flour. There. You can use straight flour. I prefer to use a little bit of cornstarch as well. That just helps to add a little bit more crispness to it. And then we're going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to that as well. Because these veggies don't come pre-seasoned. A few cracks of pepper. Now at this point it's pretty much a blank slate. There's a lot of things you can do with it if you want to add some other flavors. One thing that I like to add is a little bit of fresh chopped basil. There are a lot of different fresh herbs that are available at the market this morning, so check around and see what you might find. So for the basil, I'm just going to flatten the leaves out just a little bit and just roll them up together. I'm just going to do a quick little slice on there. This is a French technique called chiffonade. I'm going to take that fresh basil, mix it up in there. And again, there's a lot of different herbs that are available here at the market this morning, so check around and see what you might want to add. Another thing that works really well in this is some grated cheese, like a hard cheese of some sort. I know Debbie has a few of those down there at Heritage Lane. Now, if you noticed, the zucchini I'm using, the zucchini and summer squash mixture that I have here, has been shredded or grated. And there are two ways you can do that. You could do that the old-fashioned way with a hand grater and risk your knuckles, if you will. The way I prefer to do it at home is using a food processor. As long as you have the special attachment that goes along with it, I'll show you right here. It's a blade that looks sort of like this. It has these little notches and holes. And all you have to do is there's a feed tube at the top, and you can just run it right through. Done. Now, one thing to be careful with is when you're cooking with summer squash like this is that there tends to be a lot of moisture in the squash or in the zucchini. And so in order to get some of that moisture out so that the batter doesn't get soggy, or let's say you're using it for zucchini bread or something like that, if you don't want any of that extra moisture, what you can do is you can take that grated zucchini or summer squash and put it in a colander, all right? And then sprinkle a little bit of salt. That salt is going to change the pH balance. It's going to help to bring out some of that moisture, and just have it in the colander so that the liquid just comes right out. And after maybe 20-30 minutes, you can just give them a nice good squeeze or dry them in a paper towel, and they're good to go. All right? Easy enough? So while my lovely assistant here continues to work on the fritters, we're going to talk about beets. Who likes beets? I see some hands! That's awesome! No, beets are one of those vegetables here at the farmer's market that can be so divisive. It gets such a bad rap. And for me personally, when I was growing up, when I was a little kid, I thought that beets came pickled in a can, because that's the only way my parents ever served them. God love them. That's all they knew as well. And for most people, that's what they knew, 20, 30 years ago, whenever we were kids. Okay, let's just put it that way. But now we're seeing a lot more fresh beets that are available in the supermarkets and here at the farmer's market there. So what do we do with these beets to make them delicious? Well, I'm going to prepare them in a couple different ways. Beets can be served both hot and cold, and why choose when you can have both? So we're going to do them both ways today. So the hot method, I have a saute pan right over here. Starting out with a little bit of butter, which is always a good start. To that butter, we're going to add some of these delicious golden beets. Now you notice that these beets have already been diced, but they've actually already been cooked as well. One of the things about beets is that they're very hard, which makes them very hard to slice, and also very hard to peel. Now, an easy way to take care of that is to do this. Take those whole beets and scrub them down really well just to get some of the dirt from the outside, because beets do grow in the dirt. And then take off the green tops, and this is awesome, you're gonna be amazed by this. Put them in a baking pan with a little bit of water, cover them, and put them in a hot oven, about 375 for an hour, and roast them. What that does, it does two things. One, with the peel still on the outside of the beet, it takes some of those complex carbohydrates, the really starchy carbohydrates, and converts them into sugar, which makes the beet sweeter and even more delicious. I know, right? Sounds so good. Are you hungry already? The other thing it does is that it makes it so easy to peel. You don't even have to use a vegetable peeler. If you take them out of the oven and take the foil off the top of the pan and just let them cool off until they're cool enough to touch, run them under cool water, and then the peel just rubs right off. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So these beets have actually already been roasted. And so we're just putting them in the pan of butter here just to warm them back through and to flavor them. The flavoring to this is really easy. I'm going to take a little bit of lemon, and we're just going to put the lemon zest in here. Okay, so the zest is the outside of the lemon peel. I'm using a microplane zester just to take, like I said, the very thin layer of zest. People may or may not know that much of the essential oils, the real lemony, the bright lemony flavor, is contained in the outside of the lemon and not the inside. And so you want to zest it just until you get to the white there, what's called the pit. We don't want any of that because that has a really bitter taste, and we're trying to avoid that if at all possible. And then we also have some poppy seeds. We're going to add some of those in there as well. And into that we're also going to add a little bit of kosher salt. Just give it a little stir. The cold beets, what we're going to do with those, I'm going to take the same lemon that we zested and slice that in half. And I'm going to take this handy dandy little citrus juicer, and we're going to take some of the juice from the inside. So in case you didn't notice, beets play really nicely with a little bit of citrus. It helps to brighten them up a little bit. Alright, so a little bit of lemon juice going into the fresh beets. Fresh beets. That's still a thing on Disney's? I don't know. It was when my girl was little. Then we're going to add a little bit of olive oil to our cold beet salad. Just going to do a little rough chop of this parsley to give these cold beets a little bit of color. What we have over here is some fresh lettuce and some fresh tomatoes, which, yes, it is beginning of tomato season. So excited about that. I was just talking to somebody a little while ago. In our current economic conditions, we can get tomatoes pretty much year-round, but there's still something about those farm-fresh tomatoes. They're ripened on the vine. They're harvested here locally. There's just nothing compares. Absolutely nothing compares. There's some things that are just worth waiting for. All right, so I'm chopping up some fresh lettuce, which is also available here at the market. And then to that, have some diced tomatoes. These happen to be some yellowish orange tomatoes, an heirloom variety. The off-red varieties of tomatoes tend to have a little bit more sweetness to them, a little bit less acid. And then the sauce that I have here, like I said, it's just kind of our family super sauce. It's kind of one of those things where every family has their own version of everything that they find in the refrigerator just dumped together. This one has mayonnaise, ketchup, mustard, soy sauce, Worcestershire, a little bit of garlic, and a little bit of sriracha just for a little spice. And you could serve this on its own, or I like to just dump it in with the tomatoes and the lettuce for a little, just a salad garnish to go on top of those hot fritters. Just kind of the play with the hot and the cold together is really nice, really fresh, really summery. So we have the zucchini fritters with the remoulade. I have this beautiful looking cold beet salad. Another thing with the beets, you can eat them on their own as a side dish, or you can add them to a more of a complex salad. The arugula, do you still have any arugula? You already sold out. Oh, it's gone. All right, we have to go to the Mega Mart to find it. Arugula and sweet roasted beets go really nicely together. A little bit of salty cheese, like feta or goat cheese, is also really delicious with the cold roasted beets. So just to give you some more ideas. And then we have this beautiful warm beet with lemon poppy seed butter. We're going to put all of those on a plate together and pass those out here in just a moment. Again, my name's Chef Kibby. I hope you've enjoyed the demonstration. I hope you've got some ideas, some things you can do with things at the market. I'll be back here at the Farmers Market for the Farmers Market Festival on August 12th. In the meantime, you can follow us on social media, sign up for the mailing list, and I hope to see you guys in the kitchen. Thank you so much for watching.